Good day, beautiful people. My name is Amanda, and this is Commentary Makes Everything Better. So, I'm going to be doing my hair because I have to multitask and do my hair, get it washed while I'm doing this. I'm not going to wash my hair while I'm doing this. While I'm doing this, in order for me to become basically productive, because I have to study, and my laptop, my dad's old laptop, ancient, died on me, so I can't edit anything. Hey beautiful people, so I'm editing right now, and the picture that I put on the laptop was supposed to be a joke, but that's what it genuinely looks like, and my feelings are kind of hurt because it was lol, it's an old and ancient laptop, and then now I'm looking at the image and I was like, that's pretty much what I have. It's the exact same thing. So yeah, I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. I just felt like adding this in. So I am low-key stressing, and I don't know when I'm going to get the video out. I hope it'll be edited by the end of this week, but who knows? And I'm low-key going to cry because I have tests and stuff the following week, and it's basically exams because my life's an actual joke. Oh my word, I hate being at school. And I'm doing my final year, and I hate being at school during matric. It's just absolutely horrible. Year 12. But today we're going to be talking about my story animated. Apparently a lot of their animation stories come from Reddit, allegedly. I saw one that was talking about me and my triplets were separated at birth. And then I was like, I've watched a documentary based on that very fact, and it's not that they're the only ones who were separated at birth. I highly doubt it. It's many, but it's a little convenient. That's all I'm gonna say. So let's get into it. This one is, I am 30 years old. Wait, after 30 years, I'm still 17 years old. Ooh, what a shocking title. I wonder what it's gonna be about. Ooh. I first thought it was gonna be I bet you it's gonna be a mom who's just I can still kick it with the youth. Let's get into it. So,
my name is Amara, and I am 17 years old. But I seem to be the only one who believes that. Don't get confused just yet. I'll tell you everything, and I'm sure you'll agree with me too. But let's go. I remember that I was 15 when my parents relocated to America from India. My dad was quite rich, so we lived in the richest neighborhood in the city, and I was attending the most...
this just came out of nowhere. It's my dad was quite rich, and we lived in the richest... It's so... Oh my word. Listen here, I'm richer than you, make more money than you ever will, just by being freaking born, okay? Jeez, it's just... Even her voice just got so intense. Oh my word. It's just listen here, I'm money, what are you, okay? I'm made of money, what are you made out of it? It's just so, oh my word. She just sounds so entitled. She was we lived in the richest neighborhood ever, okay? What are you made of? Just cents. Your parents don't make 7 figures. That's sad. You're not a 2 comma kid. You just barely even a 1 comma. You can't even afford to exist. Yo, you have to worry about your bank account hitting negative numbers. You have to worry about your meal and where it's gonna come from. Yo, my only stress in life is, when is the next Louis Vuitton bag coming out? When am I going on holiday with my girls again? Okay, I'm entitled. What are you?
I
got everything I wanted.
Well, she was my dad's favorite. I was 3 years older, but she was smarter. I envied her when she got all the praises, but I was more interested in partying and shopping with my friends. One time, I was at a party when I had an exam, and my dad called me.
Why do that? Why envy somebody who works hard, clearly? Because your sister's out shopping and partying with your friends. With her friends. Just imagine a sister's out there just listen here, okay? I work hard, and I'm gonna take over your life. Have fun and all. I don't get why people can't there has to be a balance, you know? You gotta party with the girls, boom, boom, and then go back to the books. See what I'm doing here? I'm multitasking, I'm having fun, and I'm doing all of this in order so that I can have two things concurrently running at once. Yeah. I see why she doesn't do this.
I was at a party when I had an exam, and my dad called me and said, if you don't do well in school...
Why? And then you get surprised why your sister, like, why she's doing well and why you envy her. Girl, you're not even rocking up to your exams at that point. Like, what are you expecting? Are you that entitled? Do you think your money will get you a name?
Say I failed so bad that I had to change schools.
Wait, was she not included in the wall then? Because she said if you don't do well, then you won't get included in my wall. Shame. That must have been painful.
My new school was cooler than the first. There were hotter boys and sassier girls. If I didn't come from a rich home, I would have felt like a loser.
Having a conversation and the person will just slide in and they're like, yeah, no, I used to get A's back in school. Yeah. You see, I come from money and wealth, and my parents are rich, and I'm rich because of it, and sense of communities. At the same time, I was so good at dancing that I used to be cheerleading captain. Okay? What do you have going for you?
No, I already said the boys at the school were super hot, but if there's a word that can be used to describe someone who is way hotter, then you can insert it here for Greg, the captain of...
He looks so typical. Oh my gosh. With the blonde hair and the blue eye. Lol. Oh my word. He looks like just Orion race. I'm so sorry. Just looks like one of Hitler's youth. I'm so sorry. I'm like, why do they have to make him like... And he looks low-key creepy. I don't think I'm the only one who's like, he looks low-key creepy.
Captain of the basketball team. We started dating.
Ooh, captain of the basketball team and the cheerleader get together. How surprising. How cute. Oh my gosh.
After he walked up to me one day and was like, hey.
He also comes across, I bet you he's the kind of guy that peaked in high school. Happens to the best of them. He just like peaked in high school and was downhill from there. It was just so sad. Oh my word, my hair is a mess.
I love your birthmark and I think you're really cute. Want to hang out sometime? That
could he have had like a better punchline? Like, I think you're cute. You want to hang out sometime? That's so boring. How about so yeah, I think what's your name? Yeah, you want to do a TikTok with me sometime? Ew! I felt so disgusting just saying it. I bet you that's how, like, relationships nowadays, with all these young people on TikTok. Speaking as if I'm not one of them, I bet you that's how all the relationships are, like, built now. Oh, my word. Oh. Just doing the F-boy laugh. Just the ultimate F-boy laugh. Oh my gosh. Oh lol. At least he was a gentleman. I'm going to take something because he has to join our conversation. I love it. Looking like an ad. He deserves to join our conversation. I love This video is sponsored by Succulent. Succulent helps to aerate the room, helps to keep your room smelling fresh, and helps to keep you in a lighter mood. If you would like to know more about Succulent, link in the description and hit me up in the comments. Succulent is a perfume brand that you've probably heard of and I've spoken about in my past video. Succulent by Succulent for succulents. Succulent. Let me get back into the video. I'm having way too much fun.
Was the beginning and end of that. Everything might have seemed perfect with me, but as an Indian, it was hard for me to pronounce some English words.
I completely relate with you on that. Like, when you're multilingual, you know, and you grew up speaking in a different language, such as like Zulu, as I did. Sometimes I remember like in grade 5, even though like right now I sound very eloquent and I can articulate my words really, really well, it sometimes like used to nerve me, even with my lisp. Even to this day, it's something that I still try and work on, and it still upsets me when people point it out, because I've worked so hard to like articulate and sound eloquent. So when somebody's like, oh my gosh, do you have a lisp? And I'm just like, shush! It doesn't matter, just listen to what I have to say. So it can be really terrifying, especially when you have to do something like public speaking or anything. And then you have people just like giggling about the fact that you sound like you're 5, even though you're a grown person.
Correctly. I once pronounced bicycle at my former school as bicycle, and it made everyone laugh and make fun of me for about a week.
Why? That's so mean. The fact that they just laughed at her. Oh, shame. For saying bicycle. But why do they laugh at her though? That's so painful. Proceeds to go ahead. I'm not laughing at her, no. I'm just thinking about in my life when people have made some interesting choice of words and how, yeah, kids are mean. Yeah. Correction, kids are mean.
I started taking special English classes, but to avoid embarrassment at my new school, I just stuck with words I was confident of pronouncing or pointing to things I wanted to talk about. At first, my friends thought I was weird, but they got used to it. But I was quite comfortable with Greg, so I didn't mind making those mistakes around him, as he seemed like he didn't care about it. Greg and I spent a lot of time going to the movies, arcades, and live concerts. We were almost...
He's committed. He's completely loving. He is completely social. He is the best man that ever existed. Great. Coming this season. This season on If I Had to Have a Boyfriend. We look at the contender. 365 pounds. Standing at a humble 6'7". With blonde hair and blue eyes. This man is what everyone wants. He is great.
Almost inseparable. In fact, you can't see me anywhere and not find him close by or something. We were the perfect couple and everyone wanted their relationship to be like ours. Once, while we were hanging out, I told him I would like to live with him on a remote island and...
She seems like the type of girl who would tag along her bae everywhere. Even when you're like, oh, let's go for a girls' night, her boyfriend's saying, you're kind of just like, we get he's amazing. You know? We get that he's blonde hair and blue eyes and a blue shirt. Like, oh my gosh.
have twins with him. The thought of a life without Greg in it always made me cringe. Then
red flag. I am so terrified of commitment that whenever somebody does this and you're like, oh my gosh, I love you, absolutely love you, you're the most wonderful person who ever lived and ever existed, I want to live with you forever and ever and ever and ever. My brain completely thinks I'm going to run, jump, do a backflip and completely swivel my way out of your life. The second somebody's like, oh my gosh, I love you so much and I'm going to hold on to you so tightly that you're never going to want to leave, my brain is like, lol, you're going to regret that last statement. Because slowly but surely, I'm just going to fade into the background. And I'm going to turn into what? A ghost. Woo-hoo. Woo. Like, all I think about is when somebody's like, I want to live with you on an island. I'm just like, you know, I don't really do commitment. You know, like, you're cool. You know, but like, I don't really do commitment. It's me, not you, fam. I thought it was just vibes, you know? Like, just vibes, man. Like, vibes. I didn't think it was gonna be serious, you know? What am I saying? This is so much fun.
Then a new girl showed up. Her name was Lucy, and she...
Listen, everybody in life is in some way replaceable. I shouldn't be mean, okay? She's not replaceable. She's absolutely not replaceable. She's a human being with her own special talents and she is unique. And I shouldn't be out here being like, you're replaceable. But you are. Okay, but you're not Listen here, when you're in high school, love is not real. Like, you know, you just like, I love you. But like, you're so wrong.
She was very pretty. You can call it jealousy.
But on her first day of
It's jealousy. Whenever somebody's like, you could have called it jealousy, but like, it's just like, no, it was jealousy. You could have called it being mean, but like, no, you were being mean.
But on her first day of school, everyone in class was like, "Ooh, she's so hot," and it made me uncomfortable. One day, she came up to me and said, "Hi, Amara, I heard you're the cheerleading captain. When can I come for tryouts?" I wanted to tell her that we weren't open to new intakes, but I saw a chance to make life a bit miserable for her, and I took it. I gave her the hardest stunts, but she killed it. She even asked me if that was all I've got. I was
In your face, you little entitled prick. In your face. She showed you what's up. You pulled through with the backflip. She's like, girl, honey, B, I can do this in my sleep. That's what I be. That's what you see. Front flip, back flip, paddywhack, what? Cause why? Your P-E to the T-T-Y. P-E to the T-T-Y. You're petty. What? You're petty all the time.
Angry, but not as mad as when I heard the others in the changing room saying that she was better than I was.
Because she is. This is a problem. Raise your kid thinking that they're overly special and that they're overly unique, and you keep giving them participation trophies. They never learn the value of first place. They never work hard to be number one. Okay? They never learn that second place is first loser. I'm just kidding. Like, whoa, I got so touched. Oh my god. Second place is the first loser. Oh my gosh. I am way too dramatic. When you raise your kid honestly thinking that they're like way too, like, they're the best at everything, and without like that being real, it just, this landers, they'll end up being entitled little things, little fishies in the sea, thinking that they all deserve to just, soak up the little biscuits and the little treats that you give them. They don't realize that you gotta swim and you gotta work hard for what you have in life, If you understood hard work, none of this would be a problem. You wouldn't be envious of your friend, you wouldn't be envious of your sister. None of this would be a problem.
Sitting with Greg one afternoon, and then she comes over and says, "Hi, Greg, I'm a huge fan of yours. Can I take a picture with you, please?" Of course, Greg didn't say no, and he even asked me to take the picture. She kept holding on to him like he...
Just take the picture. Stop being petty, okay? Your boy's famous. You're the one who dated a guy who was known. Oh yeah, but like, no, girl, had she just played it cool and been like, oh, let's take a selfie together, that way she could have like nipped it in the bud and girl wouldn't have felt like she had as much power as she did. That's how you do it. You just gotta be sly. It's always gonna be, the streets are always calling people, okay? The streets are cold. The streets are lonely. People always want to warm up the streets by going into other people's houses. What you do is you go, oh, okay, you're a guest though. Remember that you're a guest. This is my home. I'm letting you come into my home because the streets are cold, but you don't live here. You're still gonna go back to the streets, okay?
He was her boyfriend. I couldn't take it anymore, and I told her to get her hands off him. She started crying like I was the monster, and Greg hugged her and apologized. She made faces at me as he did, and that was when I realized that she was probably sent from hell to take everything from me. Greg and I were supposed to see a movie one evening, but he canceled and said he was having a family hangout. I was bored and didn't want to stay home, so I asked my friends if we could hang out, but they said Lucy had already invited them for karaoke at a bar. I decided to join them since I wanted to see why Lucy was so great, and I no longer...
She's so invested in Lucy's life. Oh my gosh. Like, just work on yourself. Work on your own things. Work on your own life. Don't be like... The second that you stop basing your whole entire life on proving somebody else's... You're born alone and you're born to live well. You're born to live your own life. You don't live automatically looking at somebody and going, oh my gosh, I absolutely want your life. No, you are born having your own experiences, having your own hiccups, having everything. And that's how we grow as individuals. The problem here is that she keeps looking at everyone. When it went from her sister to now this new girl, I don't know, her name Jess, whatever, I don't know. And she's like, oh my gosh, her life is absolutely amazing. Her life is absolutely great. I envy her. She went from envying one person to envying the next, which is really sad that she couldn't grow and be her own person. It's cute when you're still a kid, but as you get older, it just festers in something that's ugly. It's not okay anymore. I don't blame Greg. You're low-key crazy. You're fighting with everyone. You're so intense. It's kind of tiring and irritating all at the same time. I don't respect what he did, because like he should have ended things with you first. Should have pulled the I don't know how to say this, but like, you're such a cool person, you know, and like, it's just, I feel like we just want different things out of life right now. We're like two ships heading in different directions, and I don't want to tie you down.
The next thing, he came out of the bar holding Lucy by the waist, and they were laughing like lovers. I got out, and when Greg saw me, he froze. I started walking towards them when a drunk driver knocked me into oncoming traffic. I got hit by a second car that kind of crushed my skull, and I became unconscious. That was what led me to my coma. I remember when I first woke up. I thought I had just woken up from a deep sleep, but I had all this medical stuff on my body and my family.
Oh yeah, so like, yeah, I did research on this, and absolutely, like, I didn't see anywhere do they speak. Because on average, people only make it up to like 7 or 8 years. Usually it's like under a decade. So when I was trying to find her story of like this girl who made it up to 13 years, nowhere did it pop up. So I was like, question mark, questionable. That's what I'm gonna say. So
They were excited. I asked how long I had been unconscious, and they told me 13 years. I was already 30. I cried and tried to catch up with, but the next day I could no longer speak, and I slipped back into a coma and never woke up again. Well, until now, 20 years later. Did you know that someone can wake up from a coma for a day or
20, the most that anyone has ever made it was 27 years, and that was seen as like an anomaly, like a rare case. It was like everyone's made it to like 10 and then they jump to 20. Like there's no one in between. So for her to have been 20 years, I'm highly doubting that she didn't. But hey, you know, it is your medical health. You don't have to publicize it. But all I'm saying is just like, it's just weird that she, like, no one knows, you know, no one, not a single soul, not a soul.
Everyone, including the doctors, was about to give up on me because they felt I would never wake up again. Then my sister remembered I loved listening to music, so she got me some headphones and put them on me. I don't remember much about my coma, but I heard a familiar song playing and I followed the sound. Amazingly, I opened my eyes. The doctor said my brain...
This sounds like a movie. It's the movie with the girl from Kick-A. I swear. If I stay, it should be If I Stay. Let me look for it. Hold on. Yes. Oh my word. Yes, it's If I Stay with the girl. I think what's her name? Chloe? Yeah, Chloe. That's basically the concept from If I Stay.
Rewired itself over the years till the connections were enough for me to wake up. But my sister still believes music woke me up. So I went home, and the first thing I did was to look in the mirror. I almost jumped out of my skin when I saw my reflection. This isn't me. Tell me it's not true, I said. I had the body of a 47-year-old, but my thoughts...
My thing is, how is she 47? How? Like, or does she feel 47? But still, like, how? 30 years in a coma. I think that's... Oh no, after 30 years, I'm still 17. What? oh, she wins. She's succulent. My succulent deserves a name. Please, can you hit me in the comments and give me a name? Like, I could be like a news reporter, like, this season on Lies, Lies, and More Lies. We've come across some interesting stories from My Story Animated. Some might have said that Shane Dawson had taken the cake, or Jeffree Star, or Tati Westbrook, or even James Charles. But it seems like My Story Animated might have taken the actual crown. Until next time on Lies, Lies, and More Lies.